to the Legacy Markets Business Show, and in our Innovator segment today, we will take you on a delectable journey through the culinary arts. Amidst a lively city filled with several bakery shops, one newcomer has swooped in to claim its rightful place amongst the elite. Today, we have the distinct pleasure of sitting down with the owner of Bleu Bakery, Chef Einar Marin. Welcome, Chef.
Hi, I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you. We are excited to have you here and to talk more and learn more about Bleu Bakery. Our first question that we want to ask, though, is can you share with us your culinary experience and what led you to create Bleu Bakery?
So, experience-wise, I went to school in Merida, Mexico. I was there 4 years and I have my bachelor's degree in gastronomy. I was working my first internship in Cancun at a hotel named Nizoc Resort and Spa. It's a 5-diamond resort. Besides that, I also did a second internship in Barcelona, Spain for a while. I was at, I think, one of the best pastry, I'd say like a factory in the world. It was under Oriol Balaguer. And he is also the best pastry chef of the world, I believe in 2017. So it's, you know, the level that they work at all throughout the day. It's something that, you know, it made me really want to do something like that, but I didn't expect for it to happen so quickly. My last semester was the year 2020 during COVID. So I actually was applying to go back to work at Barcelona under the same chef. And they called me and they said, oh, well, we're not doing visas anymore. So they canceled my whole visa application. And the school said, we'll take a break. I came back. I was doing online school. And then my sister, my brother, and I, we started baking cakes in the night. We were baking cakes, I think, like 11 in the night to like 5 in the morning. And just like that, people started ordering through Instagram. And I told my dad, you know, like, maybe this is something that I want to do now. So luckily, with the support of both parents, I managed to open my first shop in November of 2021. Yeah, that was the beginning of the actual pastry, but the actual Bleu brand started like during the summer of 2020. Staffing, we had 2 of my staff. We just made orders, we just made cakes, we tried out lots of stuff, donut sales, and since then we've grown to now having this brand now that it's well recognized throughout the country.
Yeah, definitely, and congrats on all your success. It seems like a lot of entrepreneurs were able to finally get that push during COVID.
Yeah, so I think COVID, you know, well, definitely had its bad experiences, but also it led to a sort of bloom for some individuals. You know, a lot of businesses were able to operate under that time, under a stressful time, but now they're really, you know, growing.
Yes. So let's talk more about pastries. You mentioned that you were traveling, you were in Merida, you were in Spain, so you're learning all these recipes, and now you come back to Belize, and we have our Belizean cuisine as well. How are you able to mix those two together, and can you share with us some of your most popular pastries that you have on the menu?
So in terms of being there, you know, you learn recipes and you have ideas, but how do you bring those recipes here using ingredients that we have, you know, like in terms of flour, the gluten percentage, the protein percentage, how well you can work with the flour here. That's a big change here, especially like the atmosphere, working below sea level, the humidity. It's stuff that really affects us. So we have to adapt to the change and try to replicate those stuff from the first world country and replicate it to have it here in Belize. In terms of pastries, our croissants, we have plain croissants that I believe, well, here in Belize City, we have had plain croissants, but we tried a European style recipe. We laminate our dough ourselves. Besides that, we also have our strawberry croissants, our lemon pie, chocolate croissants. We do the apple crumble croissant during season, the pumpkin spice. We have the carrot cake croissant for Easter. In terms of donuts, the same thing. We have the creme brulee, the strawberry Oreo chocolate. So it's trying to be innovative, trying to bring new ideas to something that Belize has seen maybe on Instagram, but for the people of Belize to have here at home.
It's at arm's reach.
Yes, that's the whole idea.
I remember waking up one day and just seeing Bleu, your logo, literally everywhere. People posting it and tagging you. And at the time, I was literally your neighbor when I was living, right beside the coffee shop. So we want to talk more about your branding and your packaging. Like, how did you come up with the name Bleu? Why this font and this aesthetic?
So I had an Instagram named Bleu Belize while I was at school because the school is Le Cordon Bleu. So I had Bleu Belize. So when I came and I registered it in Belmopan, they told me you can't have Bleu Belize because it clashes with True Blue Belize. So I was like, what will I do now? We had the logo Bleu Belize and everything, and I was just destroyed for like 15 seconds. And then the lady said, why don't you just put Bleu Einar Marin? And I said, oh, well, that's something that they do in Spain a lot. They just have the name of the chef as a story. So I said, okay, well, let's do Bleu by Einar Marin. And, it's going to keep the pressure on me to make sure everything that we take out is, a high quality product that we're taking out. And then the logo itself, the B, I remember on Facebook one day, I saw somebody posted a picture of a river that flows in Belize that has like the blue, they put like a river and then they put Belize. So I love that. So I kept the blue. I sent it to the guy that did my logo for me, and he kept the B and he just put blue and my signature. So that was the whole idea.
Well, we understand that Bleu takes pride in locally sourced ingredients, but can you talk more about collaborations and any partnerships or businesses that you've collaborated with in the past or any ones coming up?
In terms of suppliers, Belize Chocolate Company is a company I've been working with since the start. They have, I really appreciate their support, their trust. They have been supplying me since we started in 2020. I think every month they send an order for us in terms of dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, cocoa nibs. So everything is locally sourced in terms of chocolate, and it gives us a high quality of chocolate that we use to produce our desserts and mousse cakes and donuts and all sorts. In terms of upcoming projects, there's this card game. I don't know if you know it. Wait a sec. Yeah, so we're actually looking to do a project together, a collab, and try to promote, the card game as well as, just have something that we can show that cakes don't have to be just white cake, It can be a mixture of components to produce something beautiful and taste beautiful as well.
And as a business owner, I'm sure you know the importance of collaborating.
Oh, definitely. And especially in Belize, it's so small. So the more collaboration you do, the more networking you have. It's better marketing. I think that's one thing that I love and, kind of don't love about Belize, that it's so small. Because, for everything you can easily get help. And that's something that I have greatly appreciated from a lot of Belizeans, that every time I have like an issue maybe, it's easy to reach out to someone and they're more than willing to help me out with the issue.
Yes, that is amazing. And it's also, I think, good karma as well to help out entrepreneurs and collaborate. And for our viewers watching, many of you may or may not know this. I'm pretty sure you don't know this, but for the card game way to say it, Bleu Bakery was the first store to carry our card game. So Einar, thank you. I am forever grateful for you and your willingness to help help the brand. So now we're going to talk about the struggles of being an entrepreneur, because a lot of people associate, oh, you have a business, you're rich now, you have employees, it's so easy. But talk to us more about some of the difficulties or obstacles that you had to face.
Yeah, you said it right. Just people say, oh, you have a business, you have money, but it's far from that. I thought that, you have a business, you vacation when you want, you work when you want, but that's not the real story behind having a business. You have early hours, you have late nights, you have to have ingredients on stock, you have to make sure all your equipment is working, you have to make sure your staff reaches on time, that they're healthy. You have to amend problems between staff. Maybe once a month I have problems, like one staff is fighting with another staff because of basic little problems, but at the end of the day, just working as a team. But every day is an obstacle. I think I know when we opened on November 18, 2021, the first day of our opening, it was a success. We sold out by like 10 o'clock in the morning. But that evening, our oven stopped working. So that was like a big headache. That was a big blow to us the first day. We managed to repair it. We opened the 19th. We sold out again. And the 19th night, the oven completely went blank. So that just made us run about. We brought somebody from Mexico to come help us service it. We did that. And 2 weeks later, we opened in December, and then we got COVID. Like eight of us as staff, we had COVID, so we closed down. So every day is a new headache. But that's what makes it fun. If you don't have a headache, it's too smooth.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not always about the destination; it's about the journey.
Definitely, and I agree with that 100%.
So, looking into the future, how do you envision Bleu Bakery in a few years from now?
Maybe not a few years, but maybe a few months. We're actually working on an expansion project right now. It's something that, back to my mom and dad, that they always give me their support. My team, my staff, they're like a family to me as well. We've grown together, we've argued with each other, but at the end of the day, we've been working good. So now we're actually looking to open another branch within maybe the next 2 to 3 months here in Belize City.
Wow. So this is probably my favorite segment on the show because I love getting to know the background stories of young entrepreneurs and hear their stories and listen to them share their hopes and dreams for what's to come of their businesses. Unfortunately, we are running out of time here, but we do notice this little blue box.
Oh yeah. So this is one of our most popular items. It's our glazed donut. This is like
lift it up higher.
This is something that Bleu actually started with our donut sales. When we first started Bleu, we used to sell like maybe 300 to 400 donuts every Saturday, every 2 weeks Saturday. So that was something that we did during COVID, and since then, we're still selling donuts constantly every day.
Incredible. Well, Einar, thank you so much for being on our show today. Do you have any last words for our viewers?
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who supports us, everybody who gives us criticism as well, because that's something that really helps us grow. It's not only that they tell us, oh, your donuts are great, your coffee is great, but also that they criticize us, keeping us on our toes. And I really appreciate that. The Belizean community is something very beautiful and something I appreciate.
Well, the Belizean community appreciates you, I'm sure, as well as your donuts. But when we come back, we have sports enthusiast Myrtle Bailey gives us her perspectives on softball. Stay tuned.